Hey gang, short video on how to shade. All right, so this is put up for my summer 2016 Math 1170. So if you're seeing this in a future semester, then all this stuff still applies. This may look different. So what I did, I put up a temporary assignment there. It's for demonstration only. You're not going to do it. In fact, by the time I finish this and you see this video, this will have been deleted. But what I want to do is I want to come in and preview, just demonstrate to you how to work some of these problems on the linear programming assignment. So let's start out with the first one. I'm going to click to enlarge the graph just so it makes it easier. Now when I get something like this, I'm going to use the x-intercept or y-intercept method for graphing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 0 in for x, which really kind of makes this go away. And I'm left with 5y equal to 35. That's the way I think about it. Divide both sides by 5, I get y is 7. So I'm going to come over here and click my graph, and I'm going to come up to 7 for the y-intercept. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the x. I'm going to put a 0 right there. I can visualize 7x equal 35, and that goes away. So x would be equal to 5, so I'm going to come to 5 and hover over that. Okay. Now up in the upper right hand corner, when you're hovering over those points, you can see exactly the ordered pair that you're selecting. Now I get to shading now, and what I want to do is I know that this is less than or equal to, so chances are the part below the line is going to be the solution. Now if you're very careful, cautious in nature, you may want to choose a test point. I would choose the test point 0, 0 because it's easy to do math with. So if I put a 0 in here and a 0 in here, I get 0 less than or equal to 35, which is a true statement. So I come over, I do my line, I click that area, I save it, and I do check answer, and it's going to be right. Now that's the easiest question that you'll get. This one, this really doesn't require you to shade. It requires you to choose the inequality that matches the graph. Well, because this is not a dashed line, it's a solid line, you know that you're either going to be greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. C or D, C and D, could not be the answer because this boundary line is not dashed. Now, greater than, less than, the line is shaded above, so it would make you think that it's greater than, which it is. Now again, you could choose a test point. 0, 0 is always a good one, and put 0, 0 in here, and you can see that 0, 0, well, 0 is greater than or equal to negative 30. All right, now this one's a little tougher. So let's click this and make it larger. So again, let's do the inequality. So I'm going to put a 0 in for y. So when I take when I have 14x equal 1400, divide both sides by 14, I get x is equal to 100. So I know that I need that point. And I can look up here in the top and see that I selected when I was there the point 100, 0. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the y. Ignore the x because we're putting an x in. I'm sorry, a 0 in for x. So I think of this as negative 200y equal 1400. Divide both sides by negative 20. I get what? Negative 70. So I'm going to come down to negative 70, and I'm going to make a click. Now, got more stuff going on here. First of all, we've got this x equal to 0 that I've got to come in and do. So I'm going to come on the x-axis, and I'm going to choose 2 points and click it. And then here I have the y equals 0. So I'm going to come over here and do another. So do that, and so now I've got that line. Now, what I want to do now is I need to come in, and I know that my area is either going to be this part right here or this part right here. So I would come in and choose a test point, and I'm probably going to choose the test point. I'm going to choose that point right there. So that would be 50, 10. So if I put 50 in for x, I get what, 700? And put 10 in for y, I get minus 200. So that is not greater than or equal to 400, which tells me this area over here has to be the shaded area that's the solution. Save it, check it, and it works. Now, number 4, graph the following, the solution of the following systems. I'm going to use the same thing, the y-intercept, x-intercept method. So my first line is going to have an x-intercept of -4 and a y-intercept of +1. My next, let's click it, is going to have x equal 2 and y equals 6. Now I have to determine which part is the solution. Well, if I look at my first equation, it's greater than, so I'm thinking all the area above the blue line. This, I'm looking at all the area to the left of the yellow line. So the solution of that would be this quadrant, the quadrant right there. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to check the answer. It's not correct. Okay, now, why not? The shading is not correct. So let's go back and see. Let's clear this out. Well, let's make this larger. Now, what did we do wrong? I didn't think that was the area that I shaded. All right, let's just clear this out. That's kind of weird. I thought I had that right. So x is -4, y is +1. So we're going to want greater than that, so I'm thinking all the stuff above. And then the other is, the second inequality is x equal 2 and y equal +6. All right. So the first line, I'm thinking above, so I'm looking at all this area up here. This line, I'm looking to the left, so I'm looking at all this area over here. It looks like to me that this region right here is going to be the shaded area. Okay. Guys, I'm struggling here. Let's do test points. Let's put 0, 0 in there. All right. Trying to complete this as quickly as possible because I don't want you guys to have to spend a lot of time on here, and I'm getting kind of sloppy here. So y equals 6 and x is +2. All right, so let's just choose test points. Let's go 0, 0 and see if this is it. So is 0 greater than or equal to -4? It is. Is 0 less than or equal to 6? It is. So guys, I just screwed up. So there we go. Guys, sorry about that. I just got even when you do this stuff as much as me, when you get in a hurry and you try to get something done, you do silly little things. So, guys, that's all I got for you. Sorry about that bonehead moment there at the end, but it happens to all of us. So, take care.